Good morning, and it's a lovely morning on what is a massive day for Nottingham Forest. I'm on my way to the world famous, feeling very, very anxious about today's match. I mean, it's huge. I mean, Leeds are a team, given the results yesterday as well, that we've got to drag back closer to us. If we get 3 points, the gap is 2, and we go into the international break feeling like the likes of Burnley and Leeds and Fulham would then be in reach, and we'd have a bit of momentum, a bit more confidence. So 3 points it feels really, really vital, doesn't it? A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a massive disappointment given the opportunity we've got here. Leeds won't be easy though. We saw from the opposition's view that Matt did that they'll come and they'll probably be physical. They'll threaten at set plays. He talked about that Longstaff-Rodon connection, which worries me a bit. Okafor worries me as well up against Savona. If that's going to be Savona on the right with Hutchinson in front of him, I wonder whether he'll play Gibbs-White on the right just to give us a bit more cover that side against Okafor, because I think he's the threat from open play, and then it's set pieces. If we nullify those two threats, I think we'll have too much for them. I think with Anderson back in midfield, Gibbs-White hopefully having a game where he actually has an impact, and I think he will. I think this will be the game where hopefully we'll see some form from Gibbs-White and maybe even a decisive goal. So I'm cautiously optimistic as it stands, but I'll probably see you at the nav. I think Mikey's going to be there, maybe Matt as well, when we get the team news. So see you in a bit.
Morning, campers. Look how tired I look. Anyway, I'm at the Trent Navigation for breakfast. It's really early. Feeling a little bit nervous because I went for 3-0 on the podcast, and I'll be honest, it's probably because I really hate Leeds. Used to work there, don't like it, so it's more in hope, but I do think we'll win. So I'm going to stick with 3-0. I'm going to hope Callum plays. I hope we score early. Take it from there. Later.
Pre-match prediction today has to be, I think we're going to win today. I think we'll concede, but I'm going to go 3-1, and I think Gibbs-White's going to score to show Thomas Tuchel that he's made a mistake in midweek, and I think Igor Jesus will score and Dan and Doyle.
Mikey, you've been here since 4 a.m. How are you feeling? We're an hour from kick-off. You know the team news, what do you make of it?
Interesting. 3 in midfield. I get it, and I like to see Gibbs-White giving a free roll, but we need points. 1-0 will do. I've seen their team as well. We should beat that team, right? We should beat that team. So I'm positive we're still going to win.
Yeah, very ugly, 1-0 win, penalty. Someone's going to take it, maybe not Gibbs-White, but someone's going to score it.
Walking to the ground with Mark Sutherns with a very fancy microphone and camera set up. How are you? You've had a nightmare journey.
It's alright, it's been okay. I got here in the end. The train was delayed, and I thought all the trains were going to get delayed, but it was okay in the end. It was just like 40 minutes. So fine. Made it to the nav, but only for the last 5 minutes.
And how are you feeling about now? Now we know the team news.
The team I
Sangare
quite like,
and Dominguez.
actually. The team I quite like because Dominguez is playing, I think, to take care of the left-hand side and help Savona. The only concern I've got is Sangare is a better footballer than Yates, but Yates does attack the ball at set pieces, and Sangare doesn't really become a factor at set plays. He should be, because he's a big lad, but he doesn't really attack the ball, whereas Yates will. But what Dyche has clearly done is said we'll put better footballers out and win the game.
Which is good.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm all for that. It's just they've started Anton Stack in midfield for the first time in about 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is he's 6'4".
What about Hutchinson?
I think playing Dominguez is the right move to look after the left-hand side and then have Hutchinson on the bench if we need it. I think that's the right move. It's just set pieces. I just worry about Leeds at set plays. So hopefully we don't see too many. And if we do, we look after them. But yeah.
Score prediction?
I'm going to stick with a 1-0 and I'm going to stick with Morgan again.
Well, that's the same as me. Well, I said 1-0 penalty.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Not a penalty because then Morgan shot it.
Oh, I think he will. If we get a penalty, I think he'll be on them still.
Mikey, you still going for 3-0?
3-0.
I admire your confidence.
I think we're going to play behind. I don't know what you're saying. He makes a good point, but I don't know. I just think you might free him up, or you might see it quite fluid. But no, I think I've seen the Leeds team. Nothing to be feared. We'll beat them 3-0.
Well, I think it will be fluid because I think Dominguez and Gibbs-White can interchange on the right hand side. So I think it will.
Yeah. So I think you'll see kind of a combination of everything. But no, I'm very confident seeing that. I think we'll have too much fun, and if we don't win this game, then God help us.
I do hope you're right.
Half-time, 1-1, pretty flat, not much quality in attack, not much spark, but we just won well to going behind. Ibrahim Sangare has been really good, took his goal well. Unfortunately got a yellow card, but he's ran the game as much as you can expect, so he's a big plus. Maybe we get Hutchinson on. I just wondered, do we need Dominguez and Sangare? So maybe Dominguez comes off, Hutchinson comes on. So much long ball, just no precision and no invention. The Leeds have offered nothing bar the goal, so we're really comfortable, but we need to find another gear to go on and win this game. So all to play for. Can we find another 10%? We shall see. 2-1 Forest, 1 Gibbs-White. Amari Hudson's made such a difference. Should have had him on at half time for me. Good ball in, good header. Taiwo could have scored. Leeds have offered absolutely nothing. I'm not convinced they're doing anything to try to draw the game. You're going to have to offer more now before it's a 2-1 up.
3-1 Forest, Elliot Anderson penalty, 6 minutes to stop time, see out, well taken. Hutchinson's been so good since he came on, just moments that he's delivered, won a penalty for us, 3-1. Got to go on and win this from here, it'll be a massive win. Come on Forest. Relief. Would have been an absolute disaster if we lost that game or drawn it. Subs made a big difference. Like I said, I thought Hutchinson should have come on at half time. He was really good. He and Sangare were excellent. I thought not too man in the match was, but Elliot Anderson's always good, always consistent. A few players really stepped up today and got the win we needed. Reels, Leeds and Burnley back in. Let's see what we can do after the international break.
Right, finally back. 9:45. Just got back in Sussex. Obviously very, very happy with the 3 points, much needed. I actually did a video at half time, but it's unusable because the volume didn't come out. And I said we were making hard work of it and how poor I thought Leeds were. We just lacked that bit of quality, and I just don't think we were stepping up enough in that first half. And maybe we were getting leggy and we needed an injection. And I said about the bench and how important that could be, and I mentioned Hutchinson. You don't believe me, of course, but I did say all this in that video that will never see the light of day. But as it turned out, yeah, Hutchinson changed the game, didn't he? I think I was a little bit worried when Sangare came out for the second half. And it's a shame because I thought he had a brilliant first half. He played really well, looked after the ball, took care of it. His passing was good. He was still going in for challenges even when he was booked, which made me very nervous. And I was very nervous about the second half. Credit to him, though. He got through it. And then when Yates came on, obviously, he brought the energy that we needed at that time, and Taiwo as well, and Hutchinson. But Hutchinson was the quality. That's what we lacked. We just didn't have that little bit of quality. And the difference Hutchinson brought was he played with no fear. He just immediately took his man on, immediately wanted to get crosses in, quality cross for Gibbs-White. And we said in the week about Dyche's turning Gibbs-White into a 10-9. You know, he's turning him into a second striker. And he's being given the licence to get in that box and get on the end of crosses, and it happened again. You know, he did it against Manchester United, and he did it in this game. And if we keep getting crosses in, Gibbs-White will get us goals. It's when you give him time to think, is when his finishing goes awry. But if it's one touch, I reckon he's going to get us some goals, and that's how it proved. And that got us 2-1 up. And then Farke, for some reason, thought, well, I guess he felt he had to go for it. Goodmanson came off, and then he put Harrison on left back. And when that happened, I was thinking, well, if Amari can get Harrison one-on-one, that could cause some problems because Harrison's not a fullback, of course. And Harrison did exactly that. He knew he was up against someone he could beat, and he had the confidence, no fear to take him on, and drew the foul for the penalty. Perfect wing play, just what you want, and what we've been lacking, really. I'm not knocking Ndoye because he worked very hard today, but he hasn't been the most confident in taking on his fullback, nor has Bakwa. Hudson-Odoi, we know he can do that. But I think Hutchinson is what I wanted. One of the signings should just come in, make an impact, and threaten to get into the first 11. And that's exactly what Hutchinson has done today. And you've got to think, if he's not in that Europa League squad, which he isn't, he's got to start in league games now. He's really pushing for that. And I'm really happy because it gives McAtee, Calamundo and Bakwa a bit more time. We don't need them all to step up. As long as one or two of them are making an impact, that's all we're going to need. And Hutchinson has done that, and that gives us just that another weapon that that we're going to need to see off these teams. Leeds were terrible as well, and that gives me a great deal of hope that they're not going to finish above us. I just can't see it. I know they'll change their manager. I know they'll get busy in January, but they haven't got the quality. Apart from Okafor on the left, which I said in the week was going to be the threat, they didn't have anything, and that's where the goal came. Savona just got caught on his heels. He did all right of him, I think, most of the game, but he got caught out there. I thought Dominguez was going to be put out there to help with that, but as it was, Dominguez started on our left, and we left Ndoye to help Savona. I think we got caught out there, and when Savona, Sangare and Ndoye really worried me when Sangare got booked, but we got through it, and Leeds didn't have much else. They only won a couple of corners. They did threaten with him. Sells needs to be more confident. There's still an issue there of him coming off his line. But that's for another day. I'll take the 3 points. I'm going to watch match of the day, and I feel good over the international break, and I hope we all do. And now I think we got a little bit of momentum. We got some players who are pushing the first 11. and we'll play Liverpool next, who are on a dreadful run. And you never know, you know, strange things had happened. We've won there before, and Chris Wood is back. Callum should be back, maybe Dougie too. So things are looking up. I'm very, very happy. Bit tired and delirious. I'll see you soon. You Reds.
Well, I stood here 8 hours ago with Matt, and I said 3-1 to Forest with Morgan Gibbs-White scoring. So I did have Jesus and Undoy scoring as well, but I'll take 3-1 and getting one of the right scorers. And I think Morgan did all right today, didn't he?
He did. I have an apology to make. My prediction was 3-0. I underestimated Leeds. They did have a shot. So
And scored with it.
and scored, so fair play to him. So all these people that said, oh, Mikey, you being whatever, they are crap. They are crap. I'm not saying we're much better, but however, this is the order of what we're doing, right? This is what we're about. We were very good today. We scored a couple of good goals.
Yeah.
Other than that self-save, they did nothing. So
Yeah, but let's not read too much into the fact that they were poor.
they were poor,
But we're 3 points off Newcastle,
100%.
and we've had 3 managers in 10 games. So there's only one way.
That's how it is.
There's only one way to go, and that's that way, isn't it?
And that's insane. So all I would say to you in the book is like, you've got to take a deep breath. You've got to look at where we are. Liverpool next. I mean, you're going up.
Yep.
That's going to be difficult.
Yep. Not looking forward to it.
No, that's going to be hard. But after that,
winnable games.
yeah, and you know, we proved today that we can score some goals and we can do it right.
Yep.
And it's weird, isn't it? We've won one game in the league since middle August, so
Yep.
it's like, it's crazy. You need to celebrate the wins.
Yeah, you do.
Genuinely.
Absolutely.
We've won
Don't-
one game since August.
Listen,
in the league.
you can only beat the teams that are in front of you.
Absolutely.
And we've stuffed Leeds today, and everybody loves to stuff Leeds today.
And first off, and I love Poggers, and he's great. Get down the train.
I love Mikey as well. Get down the Trent Ave.
There you go.